everybody. We are in the Truly Becoming studio, and look who I have with me this week.
Welcome to Truly Becoming. Let's do an audio test.
So you just want to talk into it normally and see if it works?
Yeah, just like this.
That's probably enough then, right? So
Probably
you're just going to
enough.
go back and check it now?
Yeah, we should check it now.
Oh, we should do Birmingham accents.
We should do Birmingham accents.
Should do Birmingham accents for this part of the interview, mate.
Grab it and
Welcome to Truly Becoming. How are we going to do this? We're going to
talk to it. Let's see.
slide it all the way off here. Oh, it works. Look at that. Should we get a little selfie?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow, you are in London
In studio. Can you believe it?
all the way from Denver.
Truly Becoming how it always was meant to be recorded in person.
Oh yeah, I really feel that right now.
I know.
It was meant to be this way.
We got video, we got audio, we've got
Each other.
soundproof walls. I mean, we've got it all. We're in the basement where all the creative juices flow.
Yeah, we are.
Tom, it feels good. Feels good to finally be in person. You've been complaining about this since the start. Mate, we've got to our goal has to be in person. Can't be this over Zoom, over video. We'll cut that first one.
We're keeping that part
Yeah,
in.
we're keeping that. That's the rawness that you expect from this show.
It works, right? It works on Zoom.
Oh, no, don't look at camera, all right?
Yeah,
You're the actor, you tell me.
Yeah. Can I give you a little
Yeah, please.
thing?
Yeah.
So obviously we got a camera there, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you speak to me,
yeah.
So how I'm speaking to you right now, I am looking at your left eye because the camera's.
Oh,
we'll keep that bit.
Yeah,
for real. The camera can see both my eyes looking in your left eye. If I look at that eye, the camera can see half of this eye.
Yeah, my favorite.
So you got to go here to this eye, and I've got to go there to that eye.
Okay. Yeah, I was told once, it's a very different use case for this. I was told once you have to find out which eye is someone's dominant eye and stare into it to make them submissive, to have them submit.
Well, was this like security bodyguard?
This was well before. This was just.
Or was this dating?
This was my dating advice for my older brothers. Find the dominant eye. Once you find it, don't stop staring at it. They will submit.
Was the person I just met before this, she wanted to know what the podcast was about.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her that, we talk about man stuff. And she was like, oh, is it like,
stuff?
Toxic masculinity? And I was like, no, the opposite. And here we are talking about staring into eyes while dating.
I wasn't responsible for the guidance I received. No, I've had the opportunity to grow as a man, who accepts all people, who tries often not to dominate you by staring at your dominant eye.
You do have a domineering stare, I must admit.
I know. I like to look into you.
Yeah.
I like to look into you. I don't care who you are. I want to see you.
What is growing for you?
I'm glad you asked that. We talked about, what's the topic? What are we going to talk about on our first live show?
Yeah.
I've been thinking all morning, and this, every time we chat, and anytime I describe this show, I think about the mid-journey in general. We love the philosophical nature of the mid-journey. Really, I was focusing on our mid-journey. And
you and I?
Okay. Yeah. And growth. I mean,
as men or on this show?
Like just you, as Tom wrote me, with Colin Travis.
Okay.
Who I am right now and what I've been through recently. This is the mid-journey. I'm on it. You're on it, mate.
Yeah.
We both are going through our own trials, and we are stepping up to our own challenges. And through that, we're faced with an opportunity to grow or shrink. And that ebbs and flows. It's not none of these are extremes, right? Like you're going to do a little bit of all of it. And I really wanted to explore that together here in person. We do it so often on the phone, and we don't get the pleasure of this in-person experience. And something, a part of the messaging here is I want to encourage, seek out your mates, people you resonate with, you connect with at a deep level, go to them in person. Luckily, I got to do that here with
You got
you
to do that. I got to do that with you.
across the Atlantic
You did.
to achieve this. So, growth. Here's where I've seen growth in myself. It's in my own emotional intelligence, better understanding my own emotions, how they bubble up, how they seize me or free me or move me or control me or motivate me, all of these different things. And then in that moment, being aware of that and being able to either use it or shift it. For example, I've always had a toxic relationship with the emotion of anger
Ooh.
because my entire life, it's always been the expression of anger. I hadn't
Yeah.
even had,
Embodying it and acting it out as opposed to talking about it.
yeah, as a reaction, even, right? Like,
Mm.
and this is where I'm at. Before recently, anger to me was not an emotion, it was an action, it was reaction.
It was showing them that you're angry.
Right. It was not
Yeah.
dissimilar from staring at your dominant eye.
Yeah.
It's such a burden. It's a ball and it's a chain and it drags you down.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't approached it from the sense of an emotion, it controlled me and I despised it. I hated it. And I was afraid of it. And I knew at times I knew how to use it really effectively. But for the most part, it was just a destructive aspect of my life. Even if it wasn't actively destroying something in the moment, overall destructive.
Yeah.
No growth, mate. So through my own personal therapy, conversations and working with my partner, mostly being tested in my partnership in life
Yeah.
by my partner, right? To be able
Yeah.
to be in that emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And conversations with you,
Yeah.
I've been able to really explore it and explore myself. And as of today, I'm understanding more clearly that anger is an emotion, one that we exist with. And I'm more comfortable with it. I've seen myself in real time in disagreements with my partner where I'm feeling angry. However, it's not an action as much or a reaction as much as it is I'm feeling the emotion of anger. Now, what do I do next? So now I have, and there's tools, right? You can do breathing techniques. I do a lot with my body, hands. I'll touch my chest.
Can we do one
I'll
now?
touch my belly. Yeah, do that actively. Watch as I'm doing here in my whitewash.
How are you breathing?
Okay, that's important. Breathing from your belly.
How many seconds?
Well,
Is it 4?
let's just stick with the basics. Breathing from your belly is a way of telling your body that you are safe. If you are not breathing from your belly, meaning allowing your belly to extend, likely you're in a state of tension and fight, flight, freeze, etc. Fawn, there's a few others. So I've been practicing allowing my belly to extend in a deep breath. Like before I get to the 478 or the breathing techniques that are devised and used out there and studied and practiced, it's the basics. Where's your belly at? Show me.
Right here.
Extend it. You're safe here.
It already feels safe here.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, walk me through a breathing exercise then, if you're ready.
I normally do like 6 in
Okay.
and then 26 out.
I got it out. That's growth. That's real growth.
That is huge growth, mate. And gets overlooked because it is so easy to just react. And can be so hard to not react. There's a big gap there between the two.
Yeah. Nanoseconds
Pendulum, isn't it?
these are moments. Things are
Mm.
happening so quickly.
But just catching yourself.
Catching myself.
And
Catching yourself. Yeah.
yeah.
It's my growth. This is
Okay.
my journey.
Let's grow.
My mid journey
You're mid journey.
on the truly becoming Super
Yeah.
highway, baby.
And is that what truly becoming is, you know?
It
I love our
is.
guests, and I love our guest stories, and
I know. I
more
wish
of
there was a
those.
guest right here sitting on this table that we
Yeah.
could.
Well, you're my guest, and I'm your guest
I'm your
today.
guest and you're my guest. I
That's
know.
what this
That's the
is.
beauty of the in person is that's exactly how it feels.
Yeah, so we
Feeling.
got we got to go back and forth,
Yeah,
asking each other big
yes.
loaded questions
Yeah.
about our mid journey.
I have some for you.
Oh,
I've got one. I
please.
wanna open you up a little.
Yeah, go on.
I wanna know if you feel comfortable
Mhm.
in your mid-journey story touching on the struggles. Because a big part of this show, as you already alluded to, mate,
Yep.
is the integrity and honesty of the struggle that goes along with all the positivity and successes. But it's the struggle where we most, I think all of us most seek help and seek
Yeah.
some
Support,
community and support, right?
encouragement.
Who feels
Mm.
like me? I want to be around them
Yeah.
and talk to them. And so I'm curious about you and your current mid journey, your struggle. Dig into it, mate. If you feel comfortable, okay, release
You get
control.
you giving
Got it.
me let go, man. And
Let
that's
go.
my mid journey. That's my answer. I need to let go more, release control.
Please excuse me.
Uh
So I'm sorry.
Ironically, I have been trying to learn to release control, which kind of is a, a blessing sometimes and a little bit of a curse some other times because like trying to get a grip on one's life requires a level of control. I'm going to need to open bake this a little bit, unpack this a bit, because the word tension and the word torn comes to mind. That is the visceral feeling that I have because I'd say at this point, I have a fairly strong understanding of who I am, what I want, where I'm going. And I found that love in acting. I found that love in, on the stage, in the theater community, in the film community. And that place feels very much like home to me. And I'm coming at it from a time frame and an angle where it's quite challenging. It's not as easy as just going out there and securing the best jobs and the best opportunities and being in demand.
Yeah.
There's some stripes that have really got to be earned.
It's not obvious, is it?
It's not obvious and it's extremely competitive. I'm working on a lot of my own material, which has been a very interesting journey because there's an enormous amount of truth and honesty about my growth, my evolution, and scenarios I've been in the real world that I really want to bring to the stage and the screen. And the tension and the being torn in that is like I was living a lifestyle for such a long time where I was building a company and I was very much operating in the commercial lane, right?
Yeah.
And I consciously chose to switch lanes fully, right? I didn't merge over gently, which I guess in hindsight is probably a wise thing to do. I did a harsh U-turn and went
Yeah.
the other way,
Yeah, you did.
like Fast and Furious. And look, it helped me learn how to drive really, really quickly, right? Did a bunch of films and
IMDb page,
we got the IMDb,
beautiful photography.
things that I guess are needed to drive in that lane. And yeah, being very much torn between the 2 because I have learned through other actors and now my own experience that it's a long game, right?
Listen, you took a U-turn.
I took a U-turn.
Now, why did you do that? Is this old habit? Is this just how you know how to deal with the challenge of this struggle inside you? Okay, I'm doing something that I'm just not happy with. So, as you described already, in hindsight, you wouldn't recommend taking such a dramatic or drastic change from the career you were on. It's where you made money. It's how you funded your life. It's how you funded all of your acting classes and everything to support your passion, to completely removing that and just diving right into acting, which to your report has provided some level of early success, joy, positivity, but what in you or what in your personal training required you to pull such a U-turn rather than a slower burn
A calling,
properly?
I a full on calling. Uh,
Is that your McConaughey? Colin. All right, all right, all
wow,
right.
a full on calling. The answer was there all along. It's always been about performance
Yeah.
since I was a child. Uh,
We love to perform here.
yeah, and
Put on a show.
I really truly thrive in an environment where the stakes are extremely high.
Yeah.
That's when I perform at my best,
Mm.
regardless of whether it's in a play or if it's in a real world kind of business like environment, right?
So yeah.
I thrive off of other people because that's when the ideas come,
Uh-huh.
right? I'm always thinking about, the intangible, like what isn't so obvious, what isn't here, what's missing?
Yeah.
How do we get from, the from here to the goal? How do we bridge that gap? And there's always a creative idea to be had. And I love doing that. I love sharing that with people. Yeah, the higher the stakes, the better the performance. And that's always been the case. And I remember when I went into my acting class in the theater in LA for the first time, right? And I learned pretty quickly there were other actors in there who were in, movies, TV shows.
Yeah.
And the coach that I had out there, was training up some fabulous actors who are, Oscar-winning actors, right? So I knew the stakes were extremely high in this place.
Uh-huh.
So I had to put my best self forward, and that just being in that environment, like, was just a magical feeling. That was, it was a whisper. It was like a voice saying, "Hey, you've been searching for home your whole life. You found it, kid."
And who was your acting coach?
Bug. Gregory Berger Sobek. Yeah. You
Word.
gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, he's coming
Uh,
up.
he changed me. He changed me. Um,
A new
and
mentor, a new teacher.
yeah, and I wanna say something that completely directly, relates to your growth piece earlier. So, I remember very early into my, taking acting seriously pursuit after the initial calling, I was doing this scene in this class. It was like an auditorium, right? It's like a theater. And he stops me partway through and he said to me, "Tom, do you want to be an actor or do you want to be a boxer?" And I was sort of confused, but not confused. And I tried to answer it as I want to be an actor. And I was kind of a rhetorical question, but,
Just put you on the
uh,
spot.
and he
Well,
was like,
I have done.
he said, I tell you what, if you want to be a boxer, I think you could be world champion. I kind of felt seen by that in a strange way, not
Yeah,
because I
okay.
rate myself as a boxer,
Yeah,
but because I've always loved boxing and I practice a lot.
ditto.
But in the way that he meant it
Yeah, how did he
was
mean that?
very different to how I perceived it. He said, "My friend, you are so quick to dodge the other person
Uh-huh. Cheeky.
that if you wanted to be a world champion boxer, you could.
Cheeky analog
You
from
will
Berg.
you will never allow yourself to get hit." And I think that relates to what you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
because like I'm not willing to get myself hurt with
Mm,
this person in this scene. And that applies to real life.
fascinating.
This angry person, this manipulative person, this scary person who stands before me, I'm not going to get hurt by this person. I'm not going to get broken up with. I'm not going to get outcast. I'm not going to get this thing taken from me. So I'm going to dodge your bullets, your swings so fast and make sure I win this fight.
Wow. And that goes against the entire art of acting. Is that
Completely and utterly, because
that's the lesson?
what happened next changed me forever. He said, right, from this point onwards, whenever the other person speaks, I need you to drop that guard. I need you
Take a
to
hit.
use the word penetrate.
Oh,
He said, I need you to let
wow.
the words and the reactivity of the other person
Uh-huh.
completely penetrate you. Let it in through your
Oh,
soul, the windows to the soul, the eyes, right?
that sounds hard.
Let what comes out of them enter you and feel it. Viscerally feel what penetrates you. Give it a sec and then respond. And let the words fall out of your mouth. And in that scene, almost immediately, it was so hard not to cry. I felt humiliated. I felt deeply humiliated. There's 40 people watching me. I've never performed like that in a theater.
Yeah.
And
Sweet Tom Ropes up there.
I can't remember the scene. I can't remember the
Oh,
words that were exchanged. All I remember is this other actor who, whatever they said, just, it I felt it, man. Like I felt just cracked open inside. All my strength disappeared, and I felt helpless, like a helpless child. And my words were jittery as they came out. My eyes were welling up, and that changed everything, man.
that's growth.
Yeah, changed everything. So every scene from then on, every audition I go to, every tape I make, every film I shoot, I'm right there. I'm right there with the other person, man, and it feels unreal, man. It's liberating. It's I think it's how life is supposed to feel,
Right.
you know? So
Open and
yeah,
unguarded,
yeah, exactly.
aware of your
Complete
conversation partner's emotions and
presence.
feelings and
Yeah,
ideas.
complete and utter
Whew.
presence. It's bringing life to a near standstill where you see them,
Mhm.
you see what they're feeling because it comes in and you feel it too.
Yeah. I mean, you used the word penetrate.
Yeah, you can, and then that creates the visceral feeling. You can smell, you can hear, you can see, you can feel, and you can touch, and
Mhm.
you can taste everything that's going on in that moment.
Mm.
I want to feel like that all the time, you know?
Yeah.
And now I have the container and the arena for it, right? That's the calling, but one has to support themselves. And so
One does, as we learned from
it's
Ashley Morgan.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's
She
given
was
me
our
great advice over the years.
she was
It's
our wise,
yeah,
inspirational speaker.
yeah. And that's where purpose comes into it, right? So we got the calling, the purpose, the ikigai. It's a subject that has really saved me. You know, it's like, who are we? You know, what do we love doing? What are we really skilled at? That's important. And how can, you know, we be compensated for that skill so we're not wasting it? What does the world need more of? You touched upon that earlier about, you know, how especially men talking about this kind of thing need support, right? There needs to be encouragement. It's okay. And how do we, you know, meaning making is very important to me.
Mhm.
I want to do something really super meaningful. And that's where I went on the journey of meeting a lot of artists, a lot of creatives, in the global art marketplace, right?
Yeah.
And seeing that these individuals are actually going out there and they're making true change. You
They're
know,
meaning making
they're meaning making, and I love it, man.
in the midst of their own personal
There's
challenges,
yeah,
darkness, and struggle.
exactly. Uh,
They're fueling themselves with that as in real time
yeah,
as
yeah,
they hopefully grow from those moments. But,
yeah.
if not, they're output.
Yeah, absolutely.
you know?
And so yeah, not to avoid your question and make it about others, but these people have inspired me, and now I'm at a point in my mid journey where I'm trying to meaning make in that middle lane
Yeah.
where I'm true to myself, but also I can do something that really helps others in a commercial sense.
Yeah.
And there's ways in which I enjoy doing that, you know.
Yeah. Well, your current journey, I think, is a realistic outlook on what it means to find balance. And what I mean by that is,
Yes.
you mentioned you took that hard U-turn out of your corporate career with a headstrong notion that you're going towards your passion, what you believe is place you need to be, the kind of person you want to be, how you want to show up in this world, in this community. And you did that. None of it was rapid. And so in reverse, finding balance now between your ultimate goals, your priorities, what life means to you, and how you want to show up as a professional with those of just maintaining your lifestyle and your quality of life and your work life balance, which for you means, and not just you, but so many people, it means looking for financial opportunities, how you can feed that while you're feeding your passion. You're getting closer and closer to
Yeah.
turning your living into the thing you love the most best. And that's hard to do. And it takes time. And a lot of that time, as you've shown, is in understanding what it all means. And if I take a step in that direction, does that mean I've lost my dream? If I look to achieve balance through a multitude of methods of making
Yeah.
money,
It's like
what does
what
it
is
mean? Have I sacrificed it? Am I totally fucked now?
self-betrayal.
Have I betrayed myself? Because your U-turn, your original U-turn, is sort of an extreme, even
Yeah,
though,
it's going back to childhood, mate.
yeah. And so, as and this, I'm speaking from experience as well as I'm reflecting
Yeah.
some of this of what you're challenged with. It takes time and it takes dedication, and it's hard and it's tragic at times. It's sad, and this is where we seek each other out
Yeah.
for comfort and for love and for acceptance and to be seen. So
Question number
welcome to
2.
truly becoming, mate. I see you.
Thank
I
you,
see
mate.
you. I see your life, and I'm
Yeah.
here with you. I support you. And I see how hard it is.
It is, mate, because I have so much respect and admiration for our guests who have come on here and they've actually, like, been so forthcoming with
M-
their deepest, darkest
Massively
moments.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
I mean, they've inspired us to express that way because you and I hadn't come into this with that level of
Vulnerability
vulnerability
publicly. Yeah.
publicly. Yeah. And,
Because I like to express mine through acting, right?
uh-huh.
That's it's like when
Yes.
I
I
pick up
see. Yeah.
when I pick up a script, I'm selling the shit out of me as an actor right now. I'm gonna cut that bit out. When I pick up a script, right? When I pick up a script and I see the character's journey and the relationship dynamic between my character and the others, and I see something where I'm like, "Oh my god, that I know this situation. I know this dynamic." Oh man, it's so cathartic to just be able to just be me through there, you know?
But you've also shared you have opportunities and roles where you're going to be, your past partners. You get to play there,
I get to
looking
read.
from the work from
Yeah.
their perspective and play their
Yes.
role,
Yes.
whereas your actor you're working with is showing up as how you view how you played your role in that partnership with that ex.
Exactly.
And what a fascinating opportunity. I mean, you talk about taking therapy to the next level, man. Like
Oh god, yeah.
you get an opportunity to actually be
Yeah.
in the shoes because you're going to take it seriously. This is
Yeah,
this is your craft. This is your job.
it's
This is
real
lots of
it's privacy.
seriousness going on.
Yeah.
And
It's
you get to play your ex partner from their point of view. What an opportunity, man. I mean, this
it's
is
yeah.
I learned recently and was communicated recently that how important it is to meet your partner where they're at,
Oh yeah.
right? and we
Yeah,
talked about this
you did.
recently. I had no fucking clue what that meant, even after hearing it, and
What's
still,
your
I'm still working on it.
what's your understanding of meeting someone where they're at
Uh,
versus meeting in the middle?
there's an honesty to actually seeing them and understanding where they're physically standing,
Oh, yeah.
emotionally, where they emotionally stand, what impacts them based on what I know, what I believe is important to them, and why, and then how that either works for me or doesn't. But meeting my partner where she's at, to me, the moment, it means all those things, and it also means putting my guard down, being penetrated,
Not being a boxer.
not being a world champion boxer, putting my guard down, being
Mm.
penetrated, and that's fucking terrifying, and it's also liberating. There's an honesty to it. There's the vulnerability to it that feels good, that feels even though it's hard and it hurts.
You're creating an incredibly safe environment for the other person
Ugh,
to feel their
who
feels,
the
you know?
fuck knew? I mean,
Yeah.
for me, growth is a funny thing for me. For me, it's partially hilarious, uh, because of the hindsight 2020 and just having sort of a laugh about, like, how did I not even catch on to this as an idea? It's partly hilarious, it's partly tragic and sad, it's partly exciting and fun, uh,
Yeah.
mostly positive, of course, that's the point of what I'm saying. It's not about a glass half empty aspect, even though there are hard and negative things involved with growth. It's definitely a glass half full, it's definitely hard, it's definitely fucking hilarious, and it feels good overall.
So we've discussed our mid journeys.
Mid-journeys, this has been great.
It's been great.
I'm loving being in person. I fucking hate it because now
You got to move here,
I'm
man.
gonna fly back and we're
Yeah.
gonna do this
You know what? The biggest difference I've already picked up on, and then, the question goes to you after to tell me your difference.
Mhm.
Maybe you agree, but the difference is this: we have conversations on the phone, and we go the way, and we often say, "Fuck, this should be recorded. This
Mhm.
is truly becoming. This is real stuff about each of our lives, right?" When we're on a recording without a guest, it is something about that that is, I don't know if distrusting is the right word, but it just to break that barrier, there's something that's not so comfortable about it. But being in person,
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
not a problem.
Interesting.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
You get it,
because
yeah.
and it happened here. When we first started, and I'll pick up on it, you will maybe, there's a moment of performing, and then we settled in, but
Mm,
it was much faster than
yeah,
doing it remotely.
yeah,
You know, I mean, we're in a shared space. We have a shared nervous system right now.
yeah.
We're taking care of each other. We're putting each other under a microscope. We're testing each other. We're playing. I mean, this is what you and I live for, though. And I think this
It's
is
amazing.
probably true for most people living for the in person interaction because there's so much happening beyond what you see and hear and potentially taste. There's energy between us. Our nervous systems are syncing up, are trying to find each other and find safety. We dealt with that through breathing and kind of goofing around at that stage. Yes. And I imagine as an actor, this is part of it, as you described. So seems fun. I'd love to get involved.
Yeah, I think you would love it, mate.
I know I would.
I think you
Once
would.
I gotten through some stages that you've been
Yeah,
through already, I'd have to go through my own growing pains. But yeah,
I've been urging you to do improv for a long time.
yeah. You have,
I think you would
you have,
absolutely
you have,
lap that
and
up.
I've like dodged it. I've been a championship boxer.
Yeah, that
What?
that first being on stage with an audience
Uh huh.
and having no script
Yeah.
and having to just show up and be present and not know what's coming your way and not knowing how you're going to deal with it.
In theory, that's me. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
When someone sees you dying up there
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know what to say or do, they think you're playing a character and they're doing that. They're
What
laughing.
what luck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
smart.
why you'll enjoy it. I really do.
I do too.
Oh man, you gotta come back here sooner rather than, and that's just not figure of speech. That is if you can,
Gotta fund it.
because we gotta get you into a proper improv theater.
Yeah, we do. Well, speaking of, did you want to talk about the opportunity to do a play, your own play?
Oh yeah.
And if you want, you could let us know what that is, what the story is you wrote, the
It's
characters.
very, very fitting.
Can you do it in a Birmingham accent?
You want me to tell you what play I'm working on in a
Yeah,
Birmingham
tell me.
accent? Well, I can give it my best shot. Well, that sounded Scottish.
By order
I can, by order,
of truly fucking becoming.
by order of the truly fucking becoming. Wait, by order of the truly becoming.
By order, truly becoming. I gotta get it down.
I need to do that. I need to tell you what I'm working
Should
on.
watch the movie so I can get the accent.
So, and we'll cut this out if my play doesn't make the scratch. But
You don't have to do this
I,
on a
I kind of want to now. I'm here now.
challenge yourself. All right, roll on, baby, roll on.
I'm working on a one man show. That is a very, very long form narrative that I'm sort of dissecting into pilots, almost, because I'm writing it for a TV show as well. So it's a pilot, and it's very much about somebody who is torn between creative and commercial. And I'm learning more
How
and
do you
more.
find access to resource that
Oh
information?
God, I don't
Oh,
know, man.
who's your inspiration? I wonder.
Oh, my existence.
Yeah.
It finding the middle lane between keeping truthful, honorable, ethical creativity and finding ways to move it and make it profitable
Uh-huh.
without losing authenticity,
Yeah.
I believe is one of the greatest challenges for any organization or any
Seems so.
individual. No.
From the outside looking in.
Oh yes. And
So that's what your show's about.
the play and ultimately the show is about a journey through identity in the midst of that, in the midst of being pulled in either direction.
Okay.
So it's how one tries to hold themselves together through the painful pain, the growing pains of that particular journey.
Uh-huh.
When if I go through this door, I can buy my way to freedom, fortune comes, life becomes a lot more easier.
More in tune to how you want to exist. Yeah. After this show, is it going to be 15 minutes of breathing in your belly and breathing out for 26 seconds? Is that
Oh, I'm
going
gonna
to
be
be the,
breathing
is
all
that
the
the
way
new,
through, man. I'm gonna be breathing all the way through. Or if I choose this door, I just get to live a life of honor in the little artistic child in me who just wants to
oh, I
play.
see.
Do you see what I mean?
I mistook your explanation of victory for the first part. I get you saying. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
may
I see what you're saying.
may have
I
done
mean,
that intentionally to completely throw you.
you did throw. So how do you write for a one-man play?
Yeah, because that's the nature of writing a dark
I see.
comedic thriller
Yeah.
is the misdirect,
The
right?
weaving in and
You
out.
know, you want to root for both versions. You want to root for the one who wants to honor themselves. You
Yeah.
also want to root to the one who knows the way to freedom. And so in this play, uh, I'll be playing multiple characters and switching between them. Do you remember the film Split? James
Yeah.
McAvoy. Yeah,
Ooh. Okay.
yeah,
I was trying to visualize how you're going to achieve this.
yeah,
That analog, wink, wink.
yeah,
That analogy for those who don't know that person. That's great. That's going to
yeah.
be fucking fun,
I'm
man.
gonna be switching
Wow. You
between
going to
them.
climb on the walls as well when you're the
Oh
beast?
yeah, they're gonna be in dialogue with one another. I the
Oh,
first time I ever did
how
this,
exciting.
I did an improv show in Austin, and I was on my own. It was I had to play 8 different characters in a scene in a hotel lobby,
Okay. So some
and
experience then.
I had to pivot between each character.
Wow. Okay. So that's
Yeah, it was
proper
very
prep
intense.
for this.
Yeah,
Is there wardrobe involved with these
no,
character changes? It's
no, no,
just
no.
purely
I'm gonna be very neutral.
you shift the
Yeah,
character based on the character and then
yes,
you embody that and go.
yeah, and hope hopefully good enough to come across, but like incredibly different for each one. But we'll see.
Are there comedic bits, or is it one of those scenarios where
Yeah.
if comedy comes out of it, that's great, but it's not necessarily
Yeah. If comedy comes out of it, I think that one of the characters has landed really well, and his persona is somewhat comedic. So, uh, yeah,
Do
and
you perform to the stage or parallel to the stage like we are now?
I'll be on the stage.
Yeah, but do you perform to the audience like this and this
One of the
orientation?
characters,
Or do you perform on the
yes,
stage
one
to the
of
stage?
one of the characters will be very much in tune with the audience and breaking that fourth wall.
I see.
Uh, and with the other characters, they are in their own little imaginary world on the stage and not in tune with the fourth wall.
Wow, how
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, yeah. And that will be on April 20th at the Riverside Theatre in
April 20th,
Hammersmith. Yeah.
Riverside Theater, Hammersmith.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can take the Hammersmith and
You're learning your way on the
hold on,
tube.
You can take the Hammersmith and the City Line
Yeah, there you go. You even did the accent.
heading west.
Now let's do the end of this in the Birmingham accent because, Peaky Blinders, I watched the movie the other night and
I I didn't.
yeah, you gotta watch it, mate.
Gotta watch the
You gotta watch it.
gotta watch the movie, man.
I enjoy talking about that. Thank you,
I feel like I get a little Manchester going on.
Manchester.
Acting club. No, they were
It is hard to shift between accents,
hell yeah.
especially when they're
We practiced.
regionally parallel.
When I'm in the zone, I can really have fun with it, and I think when I'm having fun with it,
Oh,
it's an enjoyable performance.
yeah,
I think so. That's a
yeah.
little bit of just
That's the thing.
throwing that out there.
That is, you get it, man. When you're enjoying yourself,
Yeah.
that's where it's at. I enjoyed answering your question just now. I felt so authentically me, and I guess like how do I live in that for the most part? Is my mid journey.
Same.
God, I love your questions, man. What else you got for me?
Yeah, I've taken the if anyone's listened to the show from the beginning, I've taken the role of Tom Rope today.
You
But
have.
this is how we do it. When we're talking just riffing and just chatting with each other, it is a wonderful give and take. We both get a chance to spotlight
Do you want to?
and be curious
Yeah.
and
You want to
have
switch
fun.
roles? You want to play me fully, and I'll play you.
Yeah, okay, what would 6-year-old Tom think of riding the tube to Hammersmith and the City Line heading west? No, what would 6-year-old Tom think about performing on stage a purely solo show, multitudes of different characters being embodied? What would 6-year-old Tom?
And you want me to answer this like you?
Wait, is 6 the wrong age? Is that an age people that Tommy would ask about? No, what about
Yeah.
12-year-old Tom?
That's a great question.
Alright.
So, what would 6-year-old Tom think to me doing what I'm doing?
Yeah, well, 6 is pretty young, man. We'll go with, 10 or 12.
Well,
Move it up some.
the first time I performed on the stage, I was 3,
Yeah,
and I've got to answer this like
I mean,
Colin Travis.
a kid that young
So,
has potential to fuck.
Tommy,
Look at my dominant eye first.
there is a whole multitude layers of play. There's my personal answer. There's how my partner would perceive me. There's my kids, how they would answer that question for me. And then there's the conversation I have with my therapist. But because this is truly becoming and we're staying very much in tune with the show, here's my answer. I'll switch. I'll switch back now.
This is ladies and gentlemen, this is a preview of the show.
Do you feel seen?
I do feel seen and I feel entertained.
If my 6-year-old knew that as a 36-year-old, he could be on the stage playing characters and making up stories and embodying them to an audience, you know what? I'm happy for him because he's going to think that that's normality.
Mm.
He's going to think that that's how you live life.
Alright, you did it. Love the answer.
And he was so inspired by Rowan Atkinson doing that.
Oh, yeah.
as Mr. Bean and his stage performances. He was so inspired by Norman Wisdom doing that on the stage, and uh, Michael Jackson, how he would move and sing on the stage. Like he's so inspired by flamboyant, eccentric, physical embodiments on stage. So yeah, if my 6-year-old self saw my present day self performing on stage, he would think that that's, that he'd be so happy and be like, "Oh, this is how you live life. This is
That's your
normal."
normal.
And that's what I'm trying to honor.
Wow.
That's really important to me.
That was an impactful answer. That's truly lovely.
He'd be very content, very joyous, um, at peace, I think.
Mm,
Yeah.
grand.
Yeah. How would your 6-year-old self feel about you flying into the
Oh,
UK
man.
and showing up on a podcast that is your own?
My 6-year-old self, alright, if I'm living into the what I know of my 6-year-old self,
Yeah.
my 6-year-old self would be confused a bit, uh,
Okay.
like, let's see, what are you up to when you're 6? The fuck was I at?
Imagination is really at its
I'd have
peak.
been I'd have been in a horse barn. I'd have been thinking it would have been unbelievable. It would have been completely imaginary to expect that I would be in London recording a podcast with my mate. It would just be a completely imaginary idea that would never ever happen. And the horse and the dog and the cat in my vicinity would silently speak to me with their body language and their behavior. And I would think, this is it. This is all that life's going to bring.
Wow.
That's 6-year-old me.
I love the part where the animals would speak to you.
Yeah,
It's like
they do.
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to throw some stuff out there. Yeah, let me throw some stuff out there. So we were at the cemetery yesterday walking around. For those who don't know, I have a very deep connection with the wild world, the animals out there. I'm a mammal, so the mammals generally are the tighter bonds that I carry. Horses, dogs, cats, let's extend it, squirrels, raccoons. I raised a raccoon for a little while. I rescued one, a
What?
wee little baby
We
raccoon.
need a whole episode about
Yeah,
that.
a whole episode. I'll hold up the picture. Raised a baby raccoon for a little while until I got to an animal rehabilitator to rehabilitate it back into the wild so it can continue to be a wild animal at a very young age. So it wasn't, didn't derail it for very long. I have this noise I make, mate, at squirrels, and anybody out there can now attempt to speak to squirrels. It sounds like this: chip, 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 chip. You do that to a squirrel, mate, intentionally. The squirrel will, I promise you, will stop and turn and look in your direction and really get interested in you and wonder what's going on. So I was talking to a squirrel, as I do back home in this cemetery. Great fun for me. And then uh, crows crows make all kinds of crazy noises
Oh,
because
yeah.
they like replicate predator noises. They do all kinds of stuff. You click at a crow, clicking at a crow, the same thing. The crow looked in my direction, started following me, coming at me. It's interesting, man, when you embrace nature this
I
way.
love animal spirituality as well.
And this is where these are the examples I'm giving of where it comes from, like what it means to me and how I embody it.
Yeah.
And today we were on a walk in Holland Park with some mates.
Lovely park. Do you see the Japanese garden?
We did, yeah. Saw some koi and
Beautiful.
some other fish. It was
Oh, were
so
all the cherry blossoms blossoming?
cherry blossoms are blossoming in
Wow.
that whole region.
Okay. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so lovely.
So you're walking through Holland Park.
And we were walking, and there's 4 of us, and we get to this one part of the park, and there's a whole pack of dogs. Of course, it's like a dog park region. Couple owners milling about, chatting with each other. Clearly, that's their community. It's how they create community, develop community. And I just couldn't help myself. I started wandering away from my little pack of humans. And in particular, that there was a dog that was closest to the walking path and it had a ball, and it was laying down, just waiting for someone to play with him and throw his ball or her. So I knelt down, did the typical let the animals smell you. You know, there's some
Yeah,
safety
yeah, yeah.
practices here. But I was so tuned in to the wild side. I was so available, tuned in, empathetic, all of it.
Yeah.
And I started to pet this one. And then next thing you know, one after another, dogs all came and surrounded me. All these dogs
Whoa.
just surrounded me, milling about. And one of the people we were with, it impacted him. He was like, "Whoa, look at this." And then next thing you know, I see him. He's got his camera out. He's taking videos and pictures and he's calling to me, "Colin, Colin, look." Wants me, he's like, look at this guy, the dog whisperer." But this is like one of the ultimate ways of making yourself available. And it's all fucking nonverbal. The power in it. It's completely energy transfer. It's
Yeah.
all nonverbal. It's
Yeah.
expression, it's micro expression, it's intention.
Yeah.
And this is like a natural thing for me because I had so much practice when I was young in the environment I grew up in. And being able to lose myself in that moment with these domesticated dogs, for me, it was just like I had found my place. These are my people.
Wow.
It was just an incredible moment. I really loved it. And I'm really proud of it in hindsight because of how the people I were with, how they were experiencing it. And then how it makes me feel, the connection and the bond. And to being able to tell the story now, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Share it with you.
I actually was so zoned into your eyes as you were telling that story. Because I could see how much this means to the 6-year-old you.
Yeah, this is the
And,
6-year-old me.
whilst you may not have sounded like him, I certainly saw him in that
Oh,
moment, and that was
yeah.
beautiful, mate.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I see how much joy it brings to you.
Thank you, Tom.
And, maybe, maybe non-verbal, purely physical acting could be something that you might actually enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
What next time you watch a film or a TV show, to put it on mute and see,
Oh,
because then
interesting.
you see the
Yeah, see
relationships.
everything play out. Never
Mhm.
tried that before.
Yeah,
That would
try
be
it.
fun.
It's good to see that,
Yeah.
but man, that's beautiful. What a
Thank you,
lovely way
Tom.
to round this off.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. That's up.
We've done it.
We done it. We did it. Our first ever in-person recording, and I really hope there's gonna be more, mate.
Yeah, let's do a
It's
selfie
the
on the
goal.
way out from this other side. The
Keep
journey
going, keep
is
going.
truly becoming. Yeah. I mean, the fucking lights are off out there, man.
Yeah,
Everybody's left. It's probably a post-apocalyptic environment upstairs.
those, should we turn off the recording?
Should we turn off the recording? My son has been doing this whole repeat game on his own. Just
Repeat.
yeah, repeat. Like anything I say,
Anything I say.
anything you say.
Dude, there's so many fucking synchronicities at play here. Number one, last night I watched the film The Pet Cemetery, the Stephen King
Yeah,
novella.
yeah.
Right, I watched that last night.
Horror thriller.
Second thing is,
Pet Cemetery.
I watched a film, another film yesterday. I watched a lot of films called In Camera, and in the one of the opening scenes, it's about an actor. They were doing an exercise where they copied what each other says. So there's that.
Is that?
The other thing is you reviving a raccoon. I
Ah.
literally watched a video on the train on the way in of a man reviving a dolphin. There's a few things going on.
Guys, sometimes you can speed it up.
Yeah, bunch of things, man.
Love it.